Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about income producing properties in Nashville, where to buy them, what types there are, and should you do it. Stick with me. We'll talk all about short-term rentals, long-term rentals. We're going to touch on a few of those things and great places to do it. Hey, so welcome back to the channel. I'm Felicia. Thank you so much for following along, and we talk about all things real estate on this channel. I definitely want your business. I've been a licensed realtor in Tennessee and Kentucky for over 2 decades, and we are going to talk about the short-term and long-term rental market a little bit, touch on some of those things. If you have any questions, drop them down below because we're going to get into some of that income producing property situations in and around Nashville area. All right, so let's start off with some of the best areas in which to buy maybe an Airbnb or short-term rental for high returns and consistent demand in the Nashville area. Well, those are the Gulch, downtown, East Nashville, Music Row, and Midtown. Now, there's other areas that certainly could fit into those, but let's touch on a few of those places that I just mentioned, and then we'll branch into some other areas as well, okay? These are the areas that I just mentioned: Gulch, downtown, East Nashville, Music Row, Midtown, are central high tourism spots, often offering that close proximity to Broadway, dining, nightlife, with areas like North Nashville showing rapid appreciation as well. So I'm not going to lie, North Nashville could bring in some of that short-term rental tourism opportunity for you that has not been seen in years past. You definitely have condos and townhomes that are popular in those types of properties and neighborhoods. So let's talk about that for just a second. So when you're talking about the Gulch, you're talking about a premier spot for high-end urban and modern travelers, offering that consistent demand due to its central location, upscale, trendy vibe. Everybody likes the Gulch, and it has definitely been doing well for a very long time since it was really developed. So a lot going on in the Gulch. You have that downtown Sobro, which is South Broad, known for year-round high occupancy rates due to its proximity to things like the Ryman, the museums, your Broadway nightlife. What about East Nashville? Well, you've got 5 Points, which is a very, very popular spot in East Nashville. It's popular for its vibrant, trendy, artistic atmosphere, attracting travelers looking for a unique and local feel just outside the city center, and it definitely has some walkability to it as well. Then you have that Music Row, Midtown area. That's a central, historic, and highly sought after area, often ideal for targeting tourists attending concerts and visiting historic sites. Then you have North Nashville. Not gonna lie, it's a rapidly developing high growth area with some neighborhoods showing high year-over-year appreciation in property values. So key considerations for Airbnbs and short-term rentals in Nashville. Okay, it's not all, roses, okay? You definitely have, since this has taken on and become such a hot place in which to do this, you have the regulations, okay? That Nashville has some key considerations about that. Regulations like it actively monitors and regulates short-term rentals. So verifying zoning laws before purchasing is critical to compliance. You have property type considerations. Those condos in central areas and townhomes with modern, high-end, or unique features like rooftop decks tend to perform best, but they also may have some drawbacks, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. And then you have your proximity considerations. You want areas that are walkable for a short Uber ride to Broadway, which creates the highest demand, particularly for vacationers. I've done some videos on an area called 12 South, and that's definitely a high interest area for people moving to Nashville. Buying an Airbnb in 12 South can be highly profitable due to its status as one of Nashville's most desirable and walkable neighborhoods, but it also presents some significant regulatory hurdles for new investors in 2026. You have an investment profile which is high demand for its boutique shops and wonderful nightlife, its proximity to the colleges, just a lovely, lovely area. You have your parks and your walkability. Top revenue performing properties in popular Nashville neighborhoods like 12 South can generate double or triple the income of a standard long-term rental. And you have that year-round like and dislike. 12 South definitely has an attraction year-round for this. But again, it has some constraints that will keep you from possibly buying there. One of the things we have to check on at any time you're buying a short-term rental or any sort of property that you're not necessarily going to live in, it is a non-owner occupied type 2. You have a 2-permit system here. And as of 2022, new permits for entire home rentals where the owner does not live on site are prohibited in residential zones, which covers the majority of 12 South. So we've got to get kind of strategic when we get into 12 South. Then you have a permit non-transferability. Even if it's currently zoned as an Airbnb with that permit, it does not automatically transfer to you when you buy. New owners have to apply for their permits. You have to do that every 365 days, and that permit that's current on the property is canceled immediately. So, and then in your owner occupied type 1 requirement, which kind of has that most successful new 12 South focus on that owner occupied permit where you live in the main house and maybe you rent out the detached accessory dwelling unit. We call that a DADU. That's definitely something that you could do in 12 South as well. So when we talk about goals as an investor, if your goal is a non-owner occupied investment, you should maybe look for properties specifically zoned commercial or located in that specific short-term rental friendly condo buildings, which are in the heart of 12 South, but they're also in the neighborhoods that I mentioned before, downtown, Midtown, Gulch, Sobro, all those areas. I was talking about some new regulations that have come on. Everybody wanting to come to Nashville, buy a rental property, definitely stay in Nashville, get in on that success of this boom that Nashville, Tennessee has had over the last 6 years or 7 years. So in Nashville, the ability to operate a short-term rental, STR, is determined by zoning and by your HOA bylaws. So it's not just if it's okay to be zoned that way. You have HOA rules now because some people didn't like all that fun short-term rental situation around their long-term homes. So you have many neighborhoods that allow that owner-occupied rentals, and the buildings listed are known for allowing non-owner occupied investor permits in 2026. This is going to be important. So stick with me and let's follow along on this one. In the Gulch and Midtown, these areas have the highest concentration of STR-friendly condos due to their commercial and mixed-use zoning. You have the Icon in the Gulch, a prominent, amenity-rich building that has historically allowed short-term rentals. You have 1212, a luxury high-rise in the Gulch where some units are eligible for STR use. Some. We'll touch on that in just a minute. Pullman Gulch Union, that's a brand new 29-story high-rise with modern finishes and units currently for sale that allow short-term stays. You have the Mercury View Lofts. They are modern and spacious condos in the heart of the Gulch, specifically marketed for Airbnb use. You have Hive, located in Sobro Gulch area. It's a dedicated STR-friendly building. That's kind of nice too when the whole building allows for STR. So Crescendo and Harold and Owen, located in Music Row, those are noted as purpose-built for STR communities. So there's some interesting things. We want to get on and check out all our options for sure. I told you I had some other areas that I definitely think would work, and it depends on the type of renter you want. So you have the partier, the wedding party, you have all the fun. Maybe we're coming in, yeehaw, Nashville. A lot of that goes on in that downtown area. Maybe you want to have a short-term rental because you want to facilitate something that works for maybe your travel nurses or things like that. Well, you can have the Mason Lofts at West End. That travel nurse would love that and be able to work at any one of our many hospitals in that West End corridor area. Mason Lofts has 14 furnished condos, 1 to 4 bedrooms, specifically for the short-term market. You have Brio West End, Vanderbilt condos. That's dedicated an STR community in the West End area. You don't just have hospitals, you have colleges in this town too. So that works well for parents weekend, things like that. You have the Lofts at 30th. I mean, that's another purpose-built community catering to STR investors. So where we get strategic is in what type of offering you want to have, how busy you want to be, what you're allowed to do in that location. And we're going to get on our one-on-one call and talk more in depth about what your family plans are. Is this a second, third home, where you tend to be, that type of thing. We definitely want to do that on our one-on-one call and talk about all things you. You have some areas like 12 South that work too. It's primarily a residential area. Non-owner occupied permits are generally not issued for new home purchases. The strategy behind that is that most investors in 12 South focus on owner occupied setups, that type 1, such as renting out the detached, dadu while living in the main home. You do have some commercial pockets near the main strip that may allow for exceptions, but dedicated STR condos like those in the Gulch are extremely rare in the heart of 12 South. So I just kind of wanted to touch back on that as well. Let's go back to some top performing STR buildings and let's talk about why they're so good and some of the differences in them, okay? So in 2026, the best building for short-term rentals in Nashville depends on whether you value luxury, high luxury appreciation, or maximum occupancy from like the bachelorette or event-driven groups. So we definitely want to talk about this as well on our one-on-one call. Illume Condos in Nashville. It's widely considered a top choice because it was purpose-built for the STRs. It features 77 units specifically designated for that short-term market, avoiding many of the neighborhood complaints common in the residential first buildings, okay? Somebody who lives there all the time isn't gonna want to be around your party and bachelorette income-producing condo. The Muse and Associates. It's a high performer for investors seeking consistent 5-star ratings due to its professional management and proximity to Broadway. It's one of the most popular buildings for travelers who want to be in the core of Music City. You have the Icon in the Gulch, which it definitely is a great place. It remains kind of the gold standard for urban luxury. It's one of the few high-rises with large volume of non-owner occupied permits, offering that high-end amenity like rooftop pool and allows for that higher nightly rate, but it definitely has some people that actually live there permanently. So when you talk about the Muse, you're talking about a boutique apart hotel style building with 14 units that are fully furnished and currently operating. It's a highly rated for families and groups who want a safer, quieter stay while just remaining 5 minutes from downtown. Then you've got the 506 Lofts. That's Nashville Vacation Rentals. They're located in the absolute heart of Nashville downtown on Church Street, and the historic conversion is a premier STR hotel with high weekly occupancy rates. Okay, so there's some critical checks that we want to do, and we're going to do this together because obviously we're going to talk about all things you on our one-on-one call, which is a no pressure 30-minute call. Click on the links, text, call, or DM me, and we will set that time up. But we want to definitely confirm that the specific unit that you're interested in has a non-owner occupied type 2 permit eligibility in case you aren't going to live in it. While these buildings are STR friendly, permits are granted per unit and non-transferable, like I said a minute ago. So you must reapply for a permit upon your purchase, and you will reapply every year. So every 365 days. Okay, so let's talk about some key operational requirements when you're looking into a short-term rental or something of that nature in the Nashville area. You have to have a local responsible party. You must have a contact person who is reachable 24/7, who can respond to issues at the property at any time. You have occupancy limits. Maximum occupancy is capped at twice the number of permitted sleeping rooms plus 4, with a hard maximum of 12 people. That was interesting math, wasn't it? Maximum occupancy is capped at twice the number of permitted sleeping rooms plus 4, with a hard max of 12 people. You have safety standards. Obviously, you can't just go out there and rent it out and then not be a safe place to live. According to Nashville and our zoning laws, properties must have functioning smoke and CO detectors in all required areas, fire extinguishers, and a certified floor plan from a licensed professional. Taxes. We all can't escape the taxes. Operators are legally required to remit sales tax, local sales tax, and local hotel occupancy taxes. So after expenses, is this a worthwhile venture for you? Buying in the right area, talking to me or my team of professionals is definitely going to help you to determine that math. On our one-on-one call, we are going to talk about some of the things that are important to you, but we're also going to check out our Nashville parcel viewer to verify the specific zoning and confirm it aligns with those metro codes. And if you haven't talked to a lender, be sure to click on the links below and touch base with my preferred lender. He definitely can talk you through some of these things and help you determine whether this will work for you. You cannot automatically turn any condo you buy into a short-term rental. That capability definitely depends on the building's homeowner association covenants, conditions and restrictions. Some buildings may allow for short-term rentals. Many may restrict them to stays of 30 days or more. There are things about that. They may have a certain limit of homes within the community that's allowed to be rented, and you might be on a wait list. So it might only be that for the possibility of keeping their ability to be bought on different loan purchase options. And that's something to discuss in further as well. You know, some things could be that you just rent it out as a long-term rental. I mean, there's some things that make that very, very good as well. But it's not possible to legally buy and operate a short-term rental in Nashville, in Davidson County, without obtaining those permits for the Metro Codes Department. That permit is required for any property rented for less than 30 consecutive days. Operating without one is illegal and subject to fines and other penalties. However, you can purchase a property in a specific commercial or mixed-use zone that are eligible for non-owner STR permits. New non-owner occupied permits are generally banned in most traditional residential areas. Certain areas and specific condo buildings are exempt and allow for legal STR operations. Okay, so what are we going to do? You think you want to do this? We're talking, what do we need to do? Well, first and foremost, we're going to go through these essential steps. We're going to verify the zoning and verify that before you purchase any property, we're going to confirm it's the exact zoning and eligibility for an RP permit, that you can look up a property zoning classification using our Metro Planning or GIS mapping tool. We are going to check the private rules. Even if the Metro government allows it in a certain area, the homeowners associations, the residential neighborhood, there are things that may constrict that opportunity for you on a short-term rental. Doesn't mean you can't rent out your property, but it might restrict you to how many days. We're not just going to talk to me, we're also going to talk to our legal representatives over here, our tax representatives as well. They are in a position to help us move forward appropriately above and beyond what my ability is for you. And we're going to review our Metro resources for the most accurate and current information. We're going to refer directly to the Metro Codes Department website for our permit requirements. So is Nashville a good place to buy a non-owner occupied rental, a short-term rental, or even just turn a home into a rental? Well, absolutely. I mean, we're full of tourism. We've got absolutely great opportunities with our universities, parents coming into town, need a place to stay, hotels are booked because of big banquets or business ventures. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why your home or the home that you look to buy in Nashville could be used as a short-term rental. Maybe it has to be a 30-day or longer short-term rental, maybe 3 months or more, but there's a lot of demand for homes that are in good condition in the right areas that people want to come in and actually stay in, and could be an income producing opportunity for you. We definitely have solid occupancy rates. We will get down to that on our one-on-one call too, that each building is different, and they do have their own statistics. I'd definitely love to dive deeper into that with you on a one-on-one call. But it definitely makes it a top spot for investment. Success requires navigating our local regulations in a competitive environment. We definitely want to be in a competitive environment, especially in popular areas near downtown and Broadway. Our music scene, our events, our unique culture attract millions of people every year, and we're just expecting more with our new developments in the downtown areas. We are going to have consistent bookings, so that part is good. You're going to need the right people in play to help manage that for you, and it is required, by the way. So that's something to consider as well. Let me just touch on, before we end this, on some little basic insight. The broader Nashville market has approximately 6,000 active Airbnb listings, though new inventory is tightening. The pricing, that average asking price for those properties in Nashville this month is $1,035,000. Specifically filtered for the STRs, however, could have a lower median listing price near the $520,000 mark. So they go anywhere from $500,000 to over $1 million for the right STR and that income producing property for you. Okay, so are there some other areas that would work that are in the outlying areas of the downtown Nashville major metropolitan area? Absolutely. So let me touch on those too. It may seem unlikely, but Antioch Priest Lake and North Nashville areas like Young Lane and Misty Creek have several multi-bedroom townhomes listed for investor purchases. Now, You know, when you're out on the lakes, I mean, that could be big in the summer and maybe lesser in the winter. You're wanting that lake outdoor activity life. You have the Nations in West Nashville. There's new construction townhomes such as Westview and Access 27 that are frequently marketed as Airbnb ready. You have in East Nashville the communities like Vibe and Chester Avenue maintaining a steady inventory of non-owner occupied eligible units. I have touched on that 12 South and other West End corridor situations. Those could be great areas for you to look into for a more consistent, shorter rental than maybe an annual lease, but maybe 3 to 6 month leases. You might have lots of young professionals coming in. They don't know where they want to be. They've got their family landing. They're coming with Vanderbilt, the university, or the medical, or any one of the medical providers here. Centennial, St. Thomas. They're not sure where they want to live, but they want to get into the area and they need to live close by. There are some good options there for us to discuss on that one-on-one call. Some of the final places that I'm thinking of, even Westview, when you're looking to newer townhome style and multifamily developments that were designed specifically to meet that strict STR zoning requirements, you have Westview located in West Nashville. The units feature private rooftop decks with skyline views and are explicitly marketed as Airbnb eligible. You've got Elevate at City Heights. It's a 15-unit complex on 31st Avenue North featuring 3 and 4 bedroom plans designed for high occupancy groups, and these are ready to go now. You have Access 27 situated on 27th Avenue. These are townhomes that offer modern finishes and private rooftops just minutes from downtown. You have Vibe East Nashville, which is a popular development for investors looking to capture that East Nashville rental market. You have others that are coming. We've talked a little bit about some of those in that Midtown area, though if you purchase now for those, they are not going to be income producing until the building finishes in 2 years. So maybe we'll do a different video on those concepts. Definitely have those coming, but you would be buying now, closing in 2 years, and then being able to start marketing your short-term rental situation. That's something for us to discuss privately one-on-one as well. So, do I want to help you with your STRs? Do I want to help you purchase an income-producing property? Absolutely. My team of professionals and I are here waiting to help you. We have done this for 2 decades. Lots of properties have turned into rentals through my tenure in this business. Absolutely. I've had them everywhere from military to, fun downtown surprises, college, all of the things have certainly been in my experience with my clients. They have different reasons all the time for doing this. Now, I want to talk to you one-on-one. That's very important. These videos are just put out here for some basic information. I'm Felicia Long. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely click on the links, leave your comments down below, contact me by email, call me, whatever's good for you. We're going to chat about what's right for you, and maybe a short-term rental, maybe a home that you could rent out long-term. Maybe you're not sure you're going to live here yet, but you want to buy in the right place, because this market definitely allows for really good return on investment right now. Our market has calmed down from that post-pandemic flare. This might be the perfect time for you to buy something and maneuver over here at your family's leisure when the time is right for you. And hey, you rent it out until you get here to some long-term tenant and it pays your bills. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week. See you then.